I love the term when we were having a chat before we hit the record button. And you said SuperViz is basically a group teleportation machine, which
I normally start describing it as something that doesn't sound too crazy and wacky. I mean, but it is what we're building. It's a group teleportation machine that runs in a browser, right? You can simply drag your 360-degree content into the browser, literally drag it, click a button, generate a meeting link, like a Google Meet or whatever. It's literally just a meeting link. Send it to anybody through SMS or email. They click it. It opens up the browser, loads the entire 360 environment, loads all the avatars, loads the full video conferencing like this, webcams and everything, with avatars, pointers, and pens, and you have a meeting online. So, and the experience is a group teleportation experience. Like right now, where are we? We're nowhere. Like we're not. If afterwards I think back, it's like, yeah, Jeff and I, we were sitting. No, we weren't. We weren't together anywhere. We were kind of looking at each other through a pipe. You know, we went somewhere. Yep. With SuperViz, it's a presential experience. Your memory is being there, which is really powerful because it activates your presential memory, which is it's a very different type of memory than just if you're watching a video or a PowerPoint. You know, for example, if you'd ask someone, it's like, describe the hotel room of your vacation 2 years ago. They'd be like, oh yeah, no problem, I can see it, because it's a presential memory. As hunters and gatherers, to survive, our presential memories are basically photographic. Like, how do we find our way home?
Yeah.
You know?
So tell us what.
So that's why it's so powerful. Yeah.
Presential memory. Describe that in a little bit more detail.
It's a memory you have of being somewhere.
Right.
And so, like when you are somewhere, you smell it, you hear it, you feel it, the temperature. You're really looking around. Your lizard brain's watching out for threats that could come in. You're alert. You really are present. You know, this idea of being present somewhere is a very visceral, sensual experience, compared to just watching a webcam or just listening to music. You know, you're not really. It doesn't activate the presential memory side of your brain. So with SuperViz, we're trying to create like group presential, activate that whole presential memory and have a presential experience just through a browser or a VR. I mean, it runs in VR too if you would like to. You just activate the VR mode. And it started out as a VR app.
Right.
Yeah. But then we transitioned to make sure it was web VR because just the curve of adoption of VR is going to take a while. I mean, in the future, our vision is that this becomes very normal as we get AR goggles and everybody starts wearing these multi-use AR VR devices. The bandwidth gets so fast that we don't have to do the actual graphic calculation in the headset. It all happens in the cloud and it's just pixel streaming. So the device didn't have a format where you need small batteries and video decoders only. You don't need to do all the computation. You know, the computation happens in the cloud. As that starts happening, we do see a future where it's very common for you to, like, you and I would have the feeling of doing this sitting next to each other.
Yeah.
Like that to me, that's a very clear and obvious vision of not 20 years from now, it's 5 years from now, 10 years from now. And so that's kind of where we see the world going, and we want to participate in that. We think we could make a positive impact on that whole idea of being somewhere together virtually.